This is home for me, and I read, obviously Winnie-the-Pooh is an Englishman, an English bear, it's been such a charming and enchanting experience so far. So Evelyn and Robin is married to Christopher, and when you see them at the beginning of the film, you think that they've got a good marriage, that they're very much in love, they're happy, they have a beautiful daughter. But he disappears and goes off to war, and he's fighting, and she is at home, and she becomes her own career woman, and she's raising the child by herself, hoping that he's going to be okay. And when he does return, he's a changed man. So Evelyn is trying to kind of keep the family together. I think, I grew up with these books, so I'm familiar with these worlds, as a lot of people are. So I think the recognition of these characters is lovely to see, especially using technology now that we have to make these characters come alive in a way that we haven't seen before. But then also having quite an adult story at the centre of it, which is what happens when we get distracted by the responsibilities of everyday life, and it starts to burden us, and we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, and how we find a way back to our creative sides and our exploring our imagination and the importance of play and just hanging out with each other, not doing anything. Yeah, I think it's an antidote to lots of content, and certainly a modern way of life where we're all so busy and always engaged, because we're always accessible by our phones. And that can sometimes mean that we're not actually connected to where we're physically at and who we're physically with. So this film is, again, a nice antidote to that modern life. There's an innocence about him that children share. But then for adults as well, in his innocence, he's also really profound and wise, but doesn't mean to be. He's a great philosopher, when the Socrates, when he said, "Wisest is he who knows he does not know." And you think, well, Pooh might not have that self-awareness. I just don't think he thinks he's wise. So he's just living his life in a very pure way and saying what he sees at face value. But there's witticisms in there, and there's sweetness in there that makes him very endearing.